all rasas can be found, let's say, around the desire of each chakra, or around the element of each chakra. They all can create wonder. Like, let's just suppose you are watching some medical documentary explaining how your immune system works. No? That will bring a sense of wonder also. And that will be related to a first chakra subject. No? And it will bring a sense of wonder and maybe, yes, a curiosity to know more. But at the same time, and that is actually the greater benefit of wonder, is that it will reduce the ego. Being confronted with something unknown, but miraculous, special, how the body works, wow. And we feel small. And in that smallness, also all our problems become more small. The ego becomes less strong, less dominant. And in that way we feel better. So same way then in second chakra, when we just enjoy the senses, we can feel wonder. Seeing a beautiful sunset or a beautiful flower or hearing some music or something like that definitely also can bring the feeling of wonder. And then in third chakra, where we are trying to achieve something, definitely when we are standing on top of Mount Everest, then we feel wonder that it actually worked, that we did it. No? And in this wonder we maybe there feel quite great, but at the same time also small, understanding that this feat was also somehow a grace, and it is a miracle that we could do it. And maybe also there the right time was there, and it happened and it worked. Even though before we may have had so many doubts about it, if it would work. So then, and in fourth chakra, when we feel connected to somebody, or maybe feel very connected to nature or connected to many people, that also may feel wonderful, and makes us feel like a child, in an embrace. So then in fifth chakra, when we start studying more essential questions in life and start thinking about what enlightenment means and what bhakti yoga means and what all these things mean, then it also brings wonder. And in sixth chakra, when we meditate and go beyond, the doership and enter this unknown, unseen world beyond the senses, then definitely also often we come back with a feeling of wonder. Not really knowing what happened, but knowing that it was special and valuable and mysterious, and feel wonder. So you will find in your chart, you can have every rasa connected to every chakra. And some rasas will be more dominant in some chakras, that is clear. But let's say, okay, anger will be most dominant in third chakra, because there we try to achieve something and be somebody and be recognized and be respected, so whoever is not respecting us will know it. But in first chakra also anger can be very strong. When we feel threatened in our survival or in our wallet, there also it can be very strong. So anger you can find on all the levels, and every rasa connects, in every chakra. But definitely fifth chakra is where we learn. But this learning can be about any subject related to any chakra. In first chakra there's a lot to learn about how to stay healthy and how to manage our household financially and earn more money and all these things. And in second chakra we can learn how to throw a big party and have people enjoying it very much. And in third chakra we can learn how to manage our Facebook account so that we become very popular, and etc., etc. So the subject of the learning can be in any chakra, but the learning itself is related to fifth chakra, because fifth chakra is related to speech, and learning is about putting like experience into words. Whether we speak them out loud or not is secondary, but so that is what the intellectual learning at least is about, you know? And so that happens in fifth chakra. So even, let's say, when we are learning something that relates to second chakra, our energy will be centered in fifth chakra. Except maybe then when we are trying to apply this learning in cooking a great dish, and we truly enter second chakra energy, so that we can more connect with that food and that cooking, and you know, the fine details of the spices and all these things, you know. So, but the essential part of learning, and especially, you know, learning of the intellect, happens in fifth chakra. As the essential part of connecting happens in fourth chakra. If you see a beautiful painting, okay, that's actually belonging to second chakra, but if you feel so much love for that painting, that happens from the heart, you know? That happens from fourth chakra. The chakras are all the time interacting, you know, and influencing each other and making things possible also in other chakras. Like I think last time we discussed, no, if you can go into higher chakras and do sensible things there, even though there are still attachments in the lower chakras. And then the answer was yes, for sure. And to do that also will help you to reduce these attachments in the other chakras. So all the time these different centers and these different elements are interacting, you know? They are different parts of reality, of manifested reality. These elements, you know, to which the chakras are related. We live in the earth plane, so everything to do with matter, that is first chakra related, that is earth related, you know? But we also have feelings, sensations, that is in the water element in the second chakra happening. And we also have a fire, a power, a desire, a will, that is in third chakra, you know? So if in meditation, in the beginning for concentration we need will, we actually use the energy of third chakra to do that, you know? And so then the element of air in fourth chakra, it connects, you know? So whatever we do there is related to the air element. And then in fifth we take the space, you know, to make a distance and look at something from a distance, and that way better understand it, you know? Intellectual knowledge is objective knowledge, or should be objective knowledge, you know? So that's why space element is needed. So, and then in sixth chakra we go to the Maha Tattva, the element from which all other elements evolved, which is beyond property, you know? The most close thing you come to there, if you try to define it, is, you know, the essence of dark matter, you know? It's not even dark matter, because dark matter is what makes space, but somehow there is an essence there, which, you know, is then the element where we move to in the sixth chakra, which is essentially, you know, the neutrality, you know? In all other chakras you can say there is imbalance. Only in sixth chakra we become really in balance between solar and lunar, and so then there the real seeing can happen. So when we say understanding happens in fifth chakra, that is only the intellectual understanding. The more deep spiritual understanding, the knowing, you know, it is here. But then when a sixth chakra person starts talking about it, then he has to use also fifth chakra. And therefore many misunderstandings come. But so joy, it comes naturally. Whenever something funny, is seen, because funny things happen all the time, but we are not always seeing it, But so when we see it, we laugh, and then joy, it comes. That is the basic way in which joy comes. And so then this seeing can happen again in all the chakras. The chakra where we can laugh the most, I feel, is the third chakra, because in third chakra, the ego, which is in all the chakras, but in third chakra, the ego becomes the most inflated. And so then when that ego stumbles and falls, cannot really keep up the appearances, then we all laugh. So that is how it happens in third chakra. Then in fourth chakra, the joy, it easily comes together with the love. And actually the feeling of connection, it brings both wonder and joy very easily. It is said that these three are like a trinity, very easily generating each other. And so, in company where we feel loved, we feel also very relaxed. And then Harish Jahari used to say that our natural state of being joyful easily comes. When we feel not so much connected to the company in which we are, then we are more tense, then joy does not so easily come. But so in fourth chakra, easily, with the people with whom we connect, we'll start seeing the funny things in life and laughing about it together. And also, when there is a love, when there is a connection, then we also do not feel so careful, in laughing, because sometimes laughing you can hurt each other's feelings also, So, but when we feel in good company, then we feel also we can make a joke about the other even, because it will be accepted, because it's made in love. So then in fifth chakra, definitely that learning brings a wonder, but also brings a joy. And then, the jokes become, I would say, more spiritual, like sometimes you see these jokes where one, I don't know, yogi says to the other, "Oh, are you also not thinking what I am not thinking?" This sort of funny ideas that come there. So joy can be found in those stories too. And then in second chakra, definitely, stories are so much a part of second chakra, the whole mind game. And then in stories, so easily fun can be there, funny situations can be there. So definitely that is also there, And you have comic books and comic series and all these things, which are based on fantasy, but where often authors will add an element of laughter, of joy, to make it attractive, And then in first chakra also laughter can really come in a number of strange ways, I would say. Especially when we feel that we escaped some danger. Very typical. You have an almost accident. Afterwards you will feel like laughter coming automatically. Even sometimes when something bad happens, like a person dies, and the family comes together and, is in mourning and feeling bad, somehow also there will be a moment where people are joking to somehow, lighten the mood and try to step out of it. So maybe in first chakra it's most difficult to find, but still, I'm sure that if you discover that you've won the lottery, you will laugh also. So it just depends on the subject, of the joke, which chakra actually it is about. But The best jokes are always somehow or other about the ego, that I also write in the Rasas book. Because the ego so much tries to appear as something that he is not. And when that curtain falls, when that is exposed, then we laugh. And so that also means that if you want to make people laugh, you make a joke about your own ego. That way nobody feels hurt, and easily everybody will laugh. But I think you people heard all that already in previous classes. Like first chakra people, because we can also look at it in this way. People who are mostly centered in first chakra, they mostly like to laugh about the body and the strange things that happen in the body, like maybe farting or vomiting, or whenever the body is like in trouble or doing strange things. That is their favorite topic, And second chakra dominated people, their favorite topic, of course, is sex. And they love to tell jokes about sex. Some people are so obsessed with that chakra that if they are in company, if you know them a little bit, at some point some joke about sex will come. And they just can't stop themselves because they're so much into that. And a third chakra person, which means who is very involved with his own public image and his own worth, will mostly like to really laugh at others, at others people's failures or stupidity, so that they can feel themselves more strong. And in fourth chakra, the joy, the laughter also becomes a little more elevated, and it will be about love. Maybe about some misunderstanding in a relationship, and suddenly one person feels left alone or not respected or something, and actually it was all a misunderstanding, and so then it is found that it is a misunderstanding and that the love is anyhow there, and then we will laugh. So, and then a person mostly centered in fifth chakra will make intellectual jokes. Often also about the wrong understanding, maybe. And a sixth chakra person will laugh for no reason. Laughter comes very naturally to them. That is why the highest teachers, they're always very funny. And I've been very fortunate. And whenever I meet a new teacher somehow, and they cannot be funny, then I'm not really interested. Because the truth is that everything is an illusion. So the truth is that every seriousness is very funny. When that is not clear, then sorry, you cannot teach me. Some lightness has to be there. Some dancing Ganesha belly, it has to be there. It's hard sometimes, This is one of those things that is so hard to, explain. That is the level of joy that deep meditation can really bring you. And okay, this then is not so much the joy that will make you laugh very hard or, it is a more peaceful joy, it is the bliss, the ananda. But that can not be explained. And still it is the cherry on the cake, it is the most essential thing that we are after. When we say in yoga, we want to be happy whatever happens. So our desire to do yoga relates to how we feel. So our desire for yoga is a desire for laughter. It's a desire for happiness. It's a desire for bliss, everlasting. And so the deeper my meditation goes in the morning, the longer the smile will last during the day. Somewhat depending on what happens too. That is what we are doing. Nothing more actually.